Good morning, educators, ladies and gentlemen. Today's motion is this house believes that history textbook should focus on teaching bottom-up historiography rather than top-down historiography. So, I am as the opposite. Government's proposal is not only unrealistic but also dangerous for post-conflict countries because what they are doing is turning history textbook into collection of competing group grievance instead of tools for national unity, and in fragile countries that destroy stability. This is why we strongly oppose. Let us understand the reality of post-conflict countries first. After conflict, there must be society is divided, people distrust each other, trauma still exists, and tension is still high. In a situation like this, countries need one shared national identity as fast as possible. Because without common identity, society remains fragmented forever. That is exactly why history textbook should focus more on top-down historiography. Government size bottom-up historiography creates unity because more groups feel represented. This is completely false. More representation does not automatically create unity. In fact, too much focus on different social experience creates competition between groups. People started thinking our group suffered more, our sides was treated unfairly. Instead of treated unfairly, government create multiple competing identity. And that is extremely dangerous in post-conflict states. Indonesia is the clearest example. Indonesia survived because we all grow up learning the same national narrative. Like Soekarno, Muhammad Hatta, independence, the proclamation, national struggle. This shared figure creates emotional attachment to Indonesia itself, not to local group, not to ideology camps. Now, imagine government's model instead of emphasizing one shared national story. Textbook mainly focus on different local experience, different social group, different historical grievance. What happens? Society becomes more obsessed with different than unity. And Indonesia already saw how dangerous competing narrative are. Look at 30 September movement. Until today, Indonesia still fight over who was the victim, who was responsible, how his story should be interpreted. Different groups already have conflicting memories. Government models makes this even worse because school would officially amplify competing perspective instead of stabilize society with one national framework. Government also attack top-down historiography because it focuses on leaders. But leaders are historically important. One political decision by one leader can shape an entire country. Soekarno shaped Indonesia nationalism. Suharto shaped Indonesia political. Economic direction were decided. Ignoring leadership and focusing mainly on social group creates incomplete history. Because history is not only shaped by masses, it is also shaped by leadership and institution. Government also claims ordinary people cannot relate to elites. Again, completely wrong. People admire national heroes because they symbolic value. Students admire Kartini for education, Soekarno for nationalism, and then Hatta for leadership. Humans naturally unite around symbols and stories. That is why every country uses national heroes in education, because they are effective tools for creating identity. And the most dangerous part of government model is this: they blur moral boundaries because if every perspective is equally centered, students eventually stop understanding who protected the country, what values should be developed. defended. A post-conflict state cannot survive if everything becomes morally relative. Countries need clearly civic value, and then countries need stability. At the end of this debate, government work averted fragmented identities, endless historical disputes, and then strongest tribalism and deeper polarization. Meanwhile, our side creates stronger national identity, clearly civic value, and created social stability. And in post-conflict countries like Indonesia, stability must always come first. Therefore, we proudly oppose. Thank you.